Russian jet shot down by Turkey was ambushed, says defense expert. The Russian plane shot down by Turkish forces last month was targeted in a cold-blooded ambush, according to a defense and aviation expert. By Joey Miller. Published, 04-19, Monday, December 14, 2015. Updated, 7:47, Monday, December 14, 2015. The Russian aircraft explodes into flames after being struck by a missile from a Turkish jet. Pierre Spree, an American defense analyst involved in the development of the F-16 fighter jet, has revealed that he thought it was clearly a pre-planned operation. He pointed to the height of the Turkish F-16 jets as proof of the premeditated attack. The downed Russian plane crashes into the ground. Mr. Spree said, "They certainly weren't doing anything that would point to a routine air patrol along the border. They were not loitering up at high altitude, say 20 to 30,000 feet, to conserve fuel, which is where you would normally be loitering if you were simply doing a routine border patrol. They were loitering quite low, at about 7,500 to 8,000 feet below the coverage of the Syrian and Russian radars down around Latakia." He concluded, "The evidence looks pretty strong that the Turks were setting up an ambush." One of the pilots parachutes to the ground. The Russian Su-24 bomber was shot down as it returned to an air base following a military operation in Syria. According to the Turkish government, the Russian aircraft had crossed into their territory and refused to change direction despite receiving 10 warnings in 5 minutes. However, the Russian military has responded by saying that their jet had not crossed the border and said it was 1 kilometer outside of Turkish airspace when it was shot down. They also claimed that they had not received any warnings, something Mr. Spree believes could be true. He said, "Now it so happens that Su-24s have no radios on board for receiving UHF frequency signals, a fact which is well known to American, NATO and Turkish intelligence. Those warnings may have been deliberately transmitted only on the international civilian frequencies so that the Su-24s would never hear them." The body of Oleg Peshkov arrives back in Russia. The 2 Russian pilots both ejected from the plane after it was struck and parachuted to the ground. One of the pilots, Oleg Peshkov, was killed by gunfire as he descended. The other was captured by rebel forces but saved after a search and rescue mission, during which another Russian was killed. President Putin analyzes the flight data recorder from the downed plane. Both deceased men were posthumously awarded military honors, while Russian President Vladimir Putin described the incident as a stab in the back by terrorist accomplices. Relations between the two nations are now icy, with the Russian foreign minister saying that his country would seriously reevaluate its links with Turkey.